Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use one of my favorite tools, WeVideo, to make a podcast. There are actually some really nice features built in to WeVideo that make it easy to put together a professional sounding podcast. Please let me know as you work on your projects if you have any questions or if anything comes up that you need support with. I'd be happy to do that. You're also welcome to use some of the higher quality microphones I have available in the library. So come see me if you need anything, and hopefully this video helps you get started. You do have a handy WeVideo shortcut in your VDSD portal. You could also go to WeVideo.com and click the sign in button in the corner. You will sign in with Google regardless of how you access WeVideo. Once you're signed into WeVideo, this will be the home screen. And in this blue Create menu, if you click the little blue down arrow on the side and choose Podcast, that'll get you set up with the proper project type. Right away, it wants you to choose an audio source and start recording. At this point, I would recommend hitting cancel so we can finish setting up our project. I'm going to start by taking a look at my tracks down here on the bottom part of my screen. Even though we're doing a podcast, it does provide you with a video track. I'm not entirely sure why, but we're really not going to use this track here in this particular project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change audio 1 to be music. Now, you don't have to use music in your podcast, but it does kind of add to the mood of your podcast and helps make it sound a little more professional. And just for fun, I'm going to go to add track. I'm going to add one more audio track that I'm going to use for sound effects because maybe that'll come in handy as I put together my final production. When you're ready to record the scripts you've written, you're going to use this narrate option either in the project bin tab on the left, or you'll also see that in the uploads tab, either one. And this will open up the option to choose your microphone. So if you're using one of our fancy external microphones, you'll want to do that. Otherwise, you'll select something to the effect of built-in microphone and click start. When you're ready to record, go ahead and get close to it like it recommends. It'll count down and you can begin recording. When you're done recording, you'll hit stop. Preview it. If you're happy with it, click save. If not, record again. And the reason I'm going through this is you'll see that it adds a whole new track to your project. So down here, they call that voiceover 1. So I'm just going to say maybe Mr. Riesel voice. I'm just renaming these tracks on the left here to better organize things a little bit. And you can see that it added my recording clip down here. One of my favorite features of WeVideo is the massive collection of media that's built in that you have access to and can easily pull right into your project. We talked about adding music and sound effects to your project here as well. Over on the left-hand side of your project window, you see uploads, videos, images. Videos and images, if you've ever done green screen work with me, you've likely heard me recommend that you search for things in here. For this project, audio is going to be where you want to go. And it does best with keywords related around mood or theme. We're doing a lot of mystery podcasts right now, so even just searching for the word mystery gives you some interesting things to explore. You could even try other search terms that fit the theme of the podcast you're recording. Maybe you want to search for eerie or creepy or dramatic, things like that, or even just instruments. If you know you want something that's piano or strings, you could play around with that. You can click any of these to preview them. You can save them to your favorites by clicking the little heart icon if you hover over. And you could even right click on any of, or two finger tap on your Chromebook trackpad on any ones that you don't want to lose track of and click share to project. And that'll put them in your project bin, which is kind of a handy folder of materials you need just for this project. The most important thing to remember in this project is that your voice, your story, your script is the most important thing, the most important piece of the ultimate final product. Um, while the music and sound effects element is fun, if it's drowning out your voice, if things are not properly in balance, you're kind of losing some of the story that you're trying to share. So I want to show you an example of some things that are not quite in balance. I've got a piece of music that I found in WeVideo that I like for my example here. I also have a recording of my voice that I brought in and just kind of bumped, I don't know, about 10 seconds into the recording. I'm going to play this for you, and you'll hear how my voice is really not the shining piece of this example. Ever find yourself in the heart of the Rockies, surrounded by the breathtaking landscapes of Colorado? The easiest adjustment you could have made here would be to lower the music track's volume by adjusting the slider. However, that would have lowered the volume from the beginning, and I actually kind of like the sound of the music being the focal point before my voice comes in. So if I were to lower the whole thing, then the whole music track ends up kind of being the same volume. It doesn't give me that dynamic kind of element that I was looking for. So I want to show you one slightly advanced way that you can adjust the audio more, I don't know, in a more fine-tuned kind of way. I'm going to click the three dots here on my music track, and you could do this on any audio track. I'm going to go to Audio and Opacity, Show Audio Level. Now I've got this blue bar kind of lining the top of my audio track here, my music track. You can click anywhere on that bar to set a kind of an adjustable point. So you end up with these different dots kind of all around. And those dots could be dragged. So let's say I want to start with the volume at the very beginning at 0, and I want to fade all the way up to 100% kind of at the beginning there. Okay. And then I can add maybe another dot. So my voice comes in right here. So maybe right in sort of in line with that, I want to put another dot. And right around when my voice comes in, I want that audio to kind of dip back down again. So then it would be sort of on a downward trajectory. I could add another dot anywhere I want to, maybe keep it high and then have it dip just in those last couple of seconds. And then maybe, let's say this was the end of my recording, I wanted the volume of the music to go back up again, right? I can add that adjustment there. You can play around until things kind of sound the way you want. I like to add a bunch of different dots so then I can control the points in between those two dots. You could even slide a dot left and right by clicking and dragging it. So here's what it sounds like with the background music a little more in balance with my primary focus, my voice. Ever find yourself in the heart of the Rockies, surrounded by the breathtaking landscapes of Colorado, and wonder if the mountains hold more than just scenic beauty? Welcome, Mystery. So as we wrap up here in the sort of intro overview, I just want to give you a couple of more tips. When you are searching for audio, if you're trying to find music or sound effects, you can actually toggle this filter next to the search box to search everything, just music or just sound effects. And then you can search for keywords here. So that's helpful if you are looking for some sort of, I don't know, say creepy sound effect, right? You can find just short clips here. These are, 5 to 10 seconds or less that you can use as sound effects in your recording. The other piece of advice I want to give you is, often, particularly with music, you'll find that the music clips are longer than your voice recording. So this goes, for almost a minute and a half, whereas I have maybe 30 seconds of my recording here. You always want to make sure that your project ends at the same, that every element of your project ends at the same time. So I just clicked on the edge of a track, and then I could see this 2 arrow little icon that I can use to drag and shorten so I can match the length of everything, or maybe I want the outro music to go a few seconds longer, and I can adjust the fade on that, for example, any way I'd like. But you don't want to have a minute of just music after your voice is done in the project. So hopefully that all makes sense. And again, as you dig into this and get going, I'd be more than happy to help and support you, help you fine tune things so that it sounds exactly the way you'd like. I hope you have fun with this. I hope this was helpful. And if you are already a WeVideo pro, thank you for your patience. Have a good day.